Hey there, howdy folks. Hope you're having a good day. I just got off of work. It's Friday, around 8:20 a.m. For those of you not in the know, I do IT operations as a night shift dude, and I've had about an hour to rest after work, and I'm feeling good, feeling like I want to record a little more content. It's pretty common for me to record like a longest session, like I did last time earlier this week, and then kind of just drop recording for a few days, but or more like a week or two in some cases. Don't judge me. But hey, this is one of those cases where I'm actually recording some more stuff, and I actually still have videos uploading, so I'm I'm creating a backlog. Whoa. It's almost like I'm trying to put videos out consistently for you guys. That's crazy, right? Wouldn't have seen that coming, not from YouTube. Anyways, I'm expecting this video and maybe even the next one to be pretty light in terms of combat. I mean, we have to prepare for an invasion, and you know, it's against a relatively powerful faction, and if I do it wrong, we're gonna die. Or at least be set back quite a way. So, you know, I'm expecting 10 to 20 turns, probably more like 20 to 30 turns before I set this off. I'm very slow and calculated. I like to take my time with these things. You know, I don't want to push incorrectly here and be set back or anything like that. So I'm going to be doing more strategery. So we have a few focuses with this, and in fact, I shouldn't have even ended my turn because I had some trade agreements I wanted to get, which is one of the reasons I started the video here instead of ending the turn and passing some turns off camera, but I can't resist. The end turn button is so shiny. Yeah, this is actually what I was talking about. Thank you. These guys are willing to give me, well, I think they're willing to give me the full 10,000 for a trade agreement. Oh, it feels so good. Put the trade in my body. I wonder how much money we're making off of trade at this point. And again, I'm tempted. Oh, I don't like that at all. Did you see that? Atropatkin. Look at Atropatkin. Look, what are they doing? They just attempted to sabotage one of my cities. That's bad. That's really bad. And they've got a full stack on my border. A full stack right there. Guys, what are you doing? Don't do it. No, I like them. I don't want to kill them. An enemy champion has assaulted the soldiers guarding your settlement, causing casualties and weakening the garrison. He's a level 5 champion. He's better than my spy. My spy has no chance to do anything against him, not at that level that he's at. What's their major malfunction? We're so friendly with each other. They have 138, but they're treacherous. They're treacherous, and they're defensive allies with Armenia and Bactria. What do I get the sense here that there's something going on with Bactria and Atropatkin? They're looking at me, right? And how big I am, and they're thinking, what if we just kind of squeeze him, you know? What if we just cut in from both angles and kick his butt? That's what they're thinking. They like me enough, and I'm strong enough that if I do things properly, and you notice the balance of power for the diplomacy has finally shifted to the point where it looks like I'm a little weaker to them. So, we're at the point, though, where they like me enough, and I'm strong enough that maybe if we play it right, that they'll back off. You know, they won't just directly attack me. Notice that Armenia is not even willing to trade. And they don't like me much.
Come, my friend.
These guys are fine with trading with me, despite being
and so serve our peoples with honor.
But they're actually not satrapies, but they're military allies because they're a liberated faction from the Megabroi guys who were recently at war with me. Really interesting that they're actually willing to trade at all. So what are you guys interested in? Are you guys willing to do a 3,000? Yeah, they're willing to do a 3,000. Yeah, it's gonna make Sabah not like me as much, but I mean, they're not trading with me anyway, so whatever. It is interesting that it improves my relationship with Mega Baroy up into the positives.
I greet you in
They really don't seem to be taking it too hard, honestly. I would be interested in trade with them. It's not great value.
And not enrich ourselves
Jeez.
at your expense.
I have a lot of cash now. Okay, they're willing to accept this for peanuts. Yeah, 1,200 is perfectly reasonable. If we hold that trade agreement for 10 turns, we'll have plenty of income. We'll get profit from that. Who are you dudes? Oh yeah. Well, I want to look at something here. This may change how I run things. I'm sorry, I'm just clicking stuff now. We need to hold Transoxania and Zvarazm. I can't pronounce that properly. I was wondering if this is Transoxania, but this is the province of Scythia. I think it's in our objective somewhere. Right? No, it's not. There's that. I know, like, generally where Transoxania is. It's around here somewhere. Hang on. I feel like I should know this. I'm revealing my my multiculturalism. Where the hell? Oh, it's like... Okay. Wait, what? This is the moment where you realize that I don't know how to read a map. This is... What? I'm kind of confused. Well, the map I'm looking at is showing some borders, specifically over here, and then it's saying that it's like here, or like a little north, like north of Afghanistan. I know where Afghanistan is. What? Why is bar? I feel like it's like this. That here, hang on. I want a bigger map, like with references to the continent. When I look it up, I just get just the whole landmass. Like, that's not helping me. This is a map from the medieval time. Okay, I know I invite you guys to comment on stuff. Do not tell me where it is. I swear to Jesus, it's gonna make me mad. I'll figure it out. Oh, there it is. Okay. There you go. That's why I was confused, because I thought this was all... For some reason, I always think of this as one province, even though I know it's two. Like, I've played a Bactria campaign. I know where Transoxania is. Interesting. So to hit my military reforms, I actually do have to attack Bactria eventually. Okay. Something to think about. What's funny is I cut myself off earlier, but I was thinking about donating money to these guys because I want them to be successful in the region against things like the Seleucids and the Armenians if they come down and try to attack me or something, and Kidri. You know, I was wanting to support them. We're making 9 grand a turn. There's almost no excuse to not just start building another army. One of the problems we have with this, of course, is that we this is just a waste. I mean, but I don't know. How much money are we spending on our really fancy army? That's going to give me some clue as to how much we can spend on the next one. I missed the Warhammer thing where it actually tells you how much each army is. That's so convenient. Because otherwise I think you just have to eyeball it, and I don't think there's anything, correct me if I'm wrong, guys, I don't think there's anything on the interface that tells you exactly how much you're spending. You can see your entire military army upkeep, but that doesn't, like, I need to know for one army. So you kind of have to guesstimate. So this is, you know, a ballpark, like 25, we'll call it 2,500 for them. Each of these, and we have 7 is about 100. We'll call it like 800. We'll call you like So it's 800 plus, like, we'll say 2,500. We'll say like 3,300 on top of this, which is another 7 at 150 per. I'm so bad at math, guys. I'm sorry. I'm so bad at math. I've never been good with numbers. This is gonna be like a number of guys. I can do it when I'm not recording. I don't know. I would just wager, if I were looking at this, probably 7,000 to 8,000. I think we can afford just a whole stack just like that. And that's what I'm thinking. That's what I want to do. I want it to be a family member, I'm pretty sure. I am noticing politically that the Texillan families, I don't know if they really have that bug per se, but they seem to be running away with the influence already. So that's not great. Okay, we don't have a legacy to reinstate. We actually cannot raise another stack. Oh. The city is also, like, undefended. That's probably why they're so feisty and why they're thinking about taking me. I can't even get, like, infantry mercenaries here. That sucks. Well, we've got some people we could recruit here. The growth is pretty quick. The fact that they're attacking the garrison, like, tells me they may be thinking of an assault next turn. As early as next turn. With that in mind, you know, this faction just doesn't really have great hold units. Units that can hold the line against a siege. I think axes could be pretty good. I think that kind of shock could be really good. Getting like one of those might be nice. Getting a bunch of crap might be nice. This is more infantry than anything. These hillmen have a lot of AP damage. Getting high armor units is not good for us. Getting more like swordy type units, swordsmen, would be better, but we don't really have a true swordsman. So yeah, like axes, these axemen would do really, really well against this hillman, which is the majority of their army, as well as the shield bearers, which is another good portion because the AP damage is kind of worthless. And high AP damage units tend to have less melee attack and defense. They do most of their damage through that AP damage. The Persian axemen are just, you know, they're just decent, but they don't have much armor. So yeah, a few axes would be really nice. The thing to worry about is archers, but this isn't a very strong archer army. The Hippocontiste is pretty bad.
Ready for orders.
But not too big of a deal. And we do have some spearmen and governor's guard, so that covers our spear needs. Yeah, I'm gonna get like several axes. They would kind of just chew them up and spit them out, and I think that'll be good for us. So for this, can we get actually food from here? Yeah, we could get food from here. 250 wealth from agriculture. What would I prefer? I mean, grain pit is obvious. Probably just a grain pit and a farm and a temple. That's more than enough, plus food from the village. Fantastic. Great deal there. I think it's time to start marching this army back home. We're still losing tons of food because, I mean, I can't move. I can't move this stack. This army needs to get the hell out of my territory, man. But we have supply depots. I do wonder if at some point, you know, we run out of food in Hecatompilos and we just, you know, we can't do anything about it anymore. We don't have any more food to provide up north. I don't know how that works. I think it might work like that. Or we might find out some discoveries about the supply system. I learn every time I play this game. No mercenary... Can't speak English. There's no mercenaries to recruit there. We got 2 turns left on the grain silos. There's not a whole lot I want to do. Diplomacy-wise, I really don't think Atropatkin's willing to work with me.
My full attention. My ears await your
So this is like a classic sign. I want you guys to notice this. If a faction is just completely unwilling to play ball with you, no matter how much money you offer them, it doesn't even get to moderate, they are never going to consider better diplomacy with you, which means they want to kill you. 100%. They're willing to sign that with Bactria. They're willing to sign that with Armenia. These guys do want to kill me, and that's why I've been uncomfortable this whole time. That's why I've been, you know, just kind of looking at them like, hey, maybe I better keep this garrison here. You know, and I think it's going to be him. I think it's going to be him that does this. Could I at least negotiate military access with you guys?
Welcome.
Could we at least do that? I'm willing to do that through proper channels.
Will give you a fair
Look at
answer
this.
before the sun sets.
Look at this. 38,000 for moderate. Look at this. I don't even know if they'd say yes to $97,000 dues. What in the actual hell? How many first class do we have here? I'm kind of thinking about just marching this through the desert. I don't want to go through their territory. I don't want to piss them off. I don't want to accelerate this war that is coming. 100% is coming. I don't think it can kill them outright. Okay. Good night, sweet prince. This is... Imagine your general just commands you. Yeah, we're just going to march through the desert. It ain't a big deal. Okay. And I think we're going to go for conscription for the minus recruitment cost and the extra capacity. If they want to declare war on us, I'm going to take Harmozia. And we'll finally complete this province. Or we might lose this here to this stack. But let's threaten them from both the north and the south if we're going to do this. All right. So make your play, Atropatkin. If they're going to attack me this turn, let it come. We have enough to hurt them. I don't think we have enough to win. And Hekatompilos. I think we would lose it. But we might give them a nosebleed. Hang on, I have a Chrome up over OBS now. I can't see how long the episode is. 16 minutes, okay. Bactria is leaving. That's good. That's good. I don't want to lose all those troops to starvation. That would really suck. I also got to keep a close eye on the public order of that northern province. I don't want to lose it to a rebellion or something stupid. It's too big to be dealing with rebels and marching armies back and forth with so little supply. Oh, we had a kid. Who had a kid? Who is 0 years old? You. Vita, Shoka, and Ashana had a kid. Okay. Good for you. The loyalty is so much more manageable now. It's so nice. Make sure Carmania doesn't have issues. I'm giving basically all of the influence missions to the Zoroastrian court because I think it gives them some more gravitas. It does, but as you can see, it's still slipping away. So I might want to consider... Do I have any good generals in the Zoroastrian court? I thought I was using a couple of them as like halfway decent generals. The one in Koth actually is quite good. He doesn't belong up here doing garrison duty. We need to utilize these dudes better. We've been kind of wasteful with them. Let's actually hire a new general from the Zoroastrian court to take over here. You can just have the cheapy general. And that'll also, you know, have the effect of increasing their power over time as well, because they'll have even more gravitas to work with. And at some point, I think maybe he'll be the leader of this army here. I don't want that situation that happened in the Meadowy campaign where things just completely spiraled out of control due to the bug. I think we've managed this in a semi-reasonable way. What a waste. Ugh. We'll do some army merging at some point. That's fine. Okay. So I wonder how consistent these dudes' armies are. Like looking at this one's a lot heavier hitting with a lot more armor with these elite shield bearers. What about this stack here? Yeah, okay. Scale armor there. Elites. Pretty nice armor on these hybrid archers. What I want to know is how many of their armies are like this, where their whole big bulk has almost nothing in the tank in terms of armor, and how many of them are built like this, with where their core is like these big heavy guys, because that's going to change whether I want swords or maces. We thought about that last time. I'm going to go find that other stack in this area, see what I can see about it. And if that stack is also built heavily armored, then I'll probably start moving towards more of an anti-armor force here. But we don't have to worry about that just yet. I don't have to do those recruitments just yet. I can focus on the Shrudas. Get 6 of these. Let us get... Definitely going to want the nice archers. I really like having both of these. I think this is really cool. The spearmen and swordsman archers. We really haven't thrown these into melee combat a whole lot. We've thrown these archers, the spear archers, into melee combat, and they actually did a decent job. They didn't, you know, they didn't like win the battle with their melee or anything, but they were a support, you know, and that's what they're for. And beyond that, yeah, we have the swords, we have the elephants that we want to think about. Let me compare here and also do the move real quick with you. Yeah, so you have the... Right, you have the heavy spears also. I think the heavy spears are decent. I don't know if I need 7 of them though. I'm thinking 8 of the of our mainline infantry and 6 spears. You can do like 3 on either side for some battles where you're worried about cavalry flanks. Let's think about like 6 of them. And then do I want to do like 5 elephants again? Kind of do. I'm gonna be honest, I kind of do. What happened to my money? Oh, I stopped the tax rate. Right. I removed the 15% tax rate. That matters, man. All right. Okay, we'll do like that. Can we get another champion? Oh, we can. Kind of wasteful of me not to get one by now. I've definitely made some misplays strategically. A little bit of sloppiness on my part. Income from raiding. 10% will from... Ugh, these champions suck. This one's okay. The minus 5% shots per minute for all enemy units is good. When they say harass, is that a... Are they talking about the... Is that an enemy... Is that one of those agent actions he can do? Is that what they mean by harass? Hang on. Or is that a passive? If it's passive, it's good. No, it's not passive. Blech. No, that sucks. Whatever, the income from raiding, I guess, is situationally okay. Whatever. Disappointing when you can't get a good champion because the game only offers you 3. Oh well. Make sure we're putting people in patrol stance when we can. You're gonna give me more turns to recruit troops? Okay. I'm fine with that. Oh yeah, I did also lose some money because I did decide to get an elephant here. I didn't even explain that decision. I just want to do it. We'll fill up with some cheapy peasants. And we'll grab a couple of decent spears too, and then I'll feel more or less comfortable here. And we do have this force over here as well. Yeah, we have some decent strength in the region. It'd be really foolish to come attack me. That's something to think about too. Eventually, when I have to fight Bactria, they're defensive allies. I'm gonna have to fight both of them. Maybe they just know that, you know? Maybe they're just thinking about that. They realize an attack is coming in a way. Maybe they're doing the same thing I'm doing, building up on the border. They can sense it. They know I want to expand, perhaps. I know it's just algorithms, but they know. I do find this this in between the wars period to be really interesting, though. We've got to get that build up just right. We don't want to go in and attack and dive and just get stuck and stymied in the mud. Not taking the captures we need to take. These freaking pirates, dude. You know what? I should cancel that navy.
We make this modest request.
I'm not gonna pay you $7,200 for a non-aggression pact. What is wrong with you? Crop rotation is great. Yeah, this is just a waste. I don't. The only benefit this has at all is to do a blockade here on Harmozia. It's like it doesn't even matter. I couldn't do it because I'd have to build up so much that I have to be able to take on these fleets. So I just don't get Navy. Navy is a lie, just like the cake. All right. Yep, that scared him. Okay. I forgot to look around. Yeah. That's armor. That is armor.
At your service.
Hum. Then we also have the fact that Bactria's forces are definitely going to be heavily armored. Swords won't do a stellar job against them. Okay. I was really wanting to seed the beginnings of a new army here. It means that these forces here, like these swords and these archers and these javelins, they're just wasted money. Because I can't move them. It's so frustrating. Man, I hate pirates. I don't hate pirates. I feel like, I don't know. I feel like pirates should spawn with weaker forces than what they have. Maybe that can be dependent on difficulty or something. I don't know how hard stuff is to implement, but man, I don't know. It's just tough. You could argue that since it sort of, changes the layout of the campaign, that's a good thing, right? There's arguments for it. There's good arguments. Sane minds can differ. That is one of the most valuable lessons I've ever learned in my life. Sane minds can differ. There's some stuff where you just go, okay, look, you are batshit crazy, but otherwise, sane minds can differ. Where do I even want to stick him? It has 424 food over there in Nisa. That's fine. That'll work. Our most profitable province. We really don't want to use it. It is worth investing some resource into that. Okay, so we got 5 more turns for that, and then some more for the maces. We can't recruit anything to replace these with, like, some levies because, reasons. Because we're recruiting somewhere else already. We're recruiting in the same province, so we can't replace this. This pains me. This pains me emotionally so much that I can't, like, remove this inefficiency here. Can't do anything about it at all. I could recruit some troops in Bomb, but why? They'd have to move through the desert. Oh yeah, okay. That's a big deal. We need to do that this turn. All of the grain pits. Now, so one of the big benefits of the grain pit is you hit the level 3 on your farm irrigation to get all the food, right? And now you have 8 food in each of these, and it's so nice. But okay, 2 problems. 1, this isn't much wealth from agriculture. 150, that's not good. You have to get all the way to tier 4 with 7 food. You actually lose a food here and another -4 public order, and then I think another -4 public order from the squalor on top of that. And you could also get chance of plague from the squalor on top of that. Yikes. Or you can get tons of food and only $200 a turn. Wow, terrible. Or if you had, cows, you could take the cows. That's like, I think 500 for level 3. Only a -4 for your public order, and I think maybe 2 squalor. It could be 4 squalor, but I think it's 2. And you get like 5 food or something like that. So you get a decent amount of food. You don't get as much from the grain silo, but you do get 350 wealth from farming, which is respectable, and you don't get any negative public order debuffs. Nothing. This is good. This is a decent, this is not an explosive strat. It's not the fastest strat, but you can see it's sustainable. It works. You just have to play kind of slow. The disadvantage to playing kind of slow is, of course, you you lose some opportunity there. You can't blitzkrieg the map. But some factions, I think, are less designed to blitzkrieg the map, and I think this is one of them. It's more of a slow burner, and it's a large part because they just don't have cows. And that's one of the reasons that, I think maybe some people argue against cows and say they're OP just in general. They say, you should nerf them down because it allows for such explosive growth because it's so good. I don't have a problem with that. I think for the Romans, it's very reasonable to be able to explode very fast, but I understand that some people just think, the campaign should roll differently. And, from my side, I will admit I'm probably not representing their arguments as well as they would represent their arguments, right? So, as I said, sane minds can differ. But I don't think the grain pits are bad. And, of course, you get a decent benefit off of it if you stack bonuses on top of each other. So, for those of you who haven't been watching Divide et Impera for very long, or you haven't seen like the previous campaigns or anything, there's a reason why I'm going for the buildings that I'm going for in my main settlements, and that's because they boost agriculture. So you get a building that boosts it 15%, and another one that boosts it 10%, and another one that boosts it 15%, and then you get a temple that boosts all income by 10%, and then you repeat the temple that boosts 10% across all. What?
That I almost hesitate to mention.
This is really interesting. Yes. That might actually boost some of my happiness or my relations with Bactria. Anything I can do to drive a wedge between these factions. I don't care about your blackmail. Yeah, whatever. Geez, what was I saying? So, yeah, you look here, you get a 10% wealth from agriculture here. You get your 10% wealth from farming, agriculture here, 20%. You're looking at here's a 300 wealth from agriculture. Then you're talking about 10% wealth from all sources, 10% wealth from all sources, 10% wealth from all sources. And then you get a 10% wealth from all sources. And so you all of that stacks. All of it stacks. So like this one, here, 5%, 10%, 10%, 10%. And then you're stacking all of that together, 10%, 10%, 10%, 10%. That's 40 plus 50 plus 60, 65, 75. So you're getting 75% additional agricultural income. This 350 almost doubles. And then you're doing that 3 times. It's not even including your other income types that just come passively. Good stuff. Good stuff. What do we need? We need cultural conversion, but we can't get it. I like this sometimes because it can be nice, but I feel like there's more valuable things to get. Extra tax rate in our best province would be really nice, I think. I'm tempted on the research, but it's only an extra 2% per turn. So 10% tax rate in our most profitable province is probably good. Oh yeah, and then you stack it on top with your sages. Very good stuff. Okay. Several more turns. All right. So we're going to build this army, and then I'm going to cry because I don't know what to do with it. I really, really don't. This is tough. I got to really think about this. So I'm going to take a minute or 3 or 10 or 100 off camera. I'm going to think about what we're going to do here. I'm going to come back. We're going to see each other in the next video, and I probably still won't know what I'm doing exactly, but we'll keep rolling through it, guys. Hope you have a good one, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.